weekly breakdown, or 127. Keith.
Hi.
Luke. What's up?
Hi. It's like, what?
It's me.
Am I supposed to know how we're going to transition to the first part? What? I don't even know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening either. Yeah, we're going to talk about some of our favorite trailers from Comic-Con. We're going to talk about some Nintendo and talk about some music, and then that's about it. Not a lot happening. Oh, yeah, dude, I have a lot of beer.
We need to drink some of that beer.
That's why we're drinking
Yeah.
this beer.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
With a Michael Bob.
Yeah, sure.
Always Michael Bob.
With a Michael Bob Yule Tray.
Michael
So
Bob
much
is
Michael Bob.
the best. Yeah. Comic-Con happened.
It's a thing.
More Comic-Con happened since last time we talked.
Yeah, definitely. There were some pretty solid trailers. Some pretty fun ones. I mean, we're not going to talk about
All of them.
all of them.
Because there was a lot of big reveals at Comic-Con.
Like, I don't want to talk about the 4-minute Justice League trailer. I don't really give a shit about the Defenders. That's so close.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No one here besides me.
The only thing with the Defenders was like, hey, Elektra's alive. And it's like, whatever. If I figured that was going to happen.
there was a really long trailer for The Walking Dead.
Which
I'm not going to watch it, but you watched it.
pissed me off so much. It's 4 minutes long. They use the same shot of Daryl shooting zombies with a revolver, riding a motorcycle like 4 times. And the thing that, when I thought about it more, since, because I think I've mentioned that this trailer last time, on last week's breakdown, but I watched it again, because I'm like, maybe I'm just being a thing. I forgot the ending part of this trailer. The ending is such, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's such like a view horror kind of thing. Like it's a cock tease. Because at the end of the trailer, it shows like an old Rick waking up in a bed. And I'm like, you're gonna try to convince people that this is the last scene. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, and then I thought about like, why would they do that? And it's like, oh, they're gonna try to convince people that this is like, there's going to be a time skip, or there's going to be like the last season of the show, because he's going to wake up, he's going to be fine. And I'm like,
Damn, numbers back up.
and I'm like, stop, because it's going to be a fucking dream sequence. And that just bothers me so much. I'm like, just.
Do you think they realized, though, that they got to maybe have an end?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like they the way Robert Kirkman talked after season 6, he was like, oh yeah, the show could go on forever.
Yeah.
Which that was the season to be like, oof.
Yeah.
We might have to end it. So it's like
Season
so
7 was like
season. I actually really liked season 7.
I liked it better than 6, but it definitely wasn't amazing. You know, it had some quality episodes.
Well, here's the thing: I wouldn't call any season of The Walking Dead amazing,
No.
but I think I liked season 7 probably more than just about every other season. Like I really liked season 7. Like when I thought about it, I'm like, things actually happen. It's for the most part.
Yeah.
There's there wasn't. It's more of a contained story, which is one thing that pisses me off about The Walking Dead. Is that like, if The Walking Dead were to just end at any point, if like it got canceled, it didn't get a season 8, then the show would it doesn't have an ending. Which is one thing that I think is great about TV, but then sucks is that like it's not like this whole here's an episode that has a story, here's this episode story, and it kind of goes like that, and it's these really big storylines, but then at the same time it's like the show gets canceled early, and it's like, what the fuck's gonna happen? But like, yeah, that pissed me off. I just thinking about that ending part.
I mean, unless it starts really, really bombing, I mean, it won't get canceled anytime soon. But I just think, it's been going on for a really, really long time.
I had this thought the other day, because I guess Walking Dead's been going on for 6 years, I think. It came out in like 2010 or 2011. And this thought, so this was just a weird thing. So because I found this to be a really weird coincidence that the final season of Teen Wolf is happening, and it's going to end on episode 100. That's airing October 1st. And then 3 weeks later, The Walking Dead is coming back with season 8 with its 100th episode. I'm like, wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's just weird that you
Yeah.
kind of have both literally within a month of each other, 2 shows that I watch. Probably 2 of the shows that I watch the most, maybe next to Game of Thrones, having their 100th episode, except one's never going to end, and the other one is probably ending at a very good time. So, but I was just like, wow, that's wow. It's a weird thing, but
No one here except me watches Doctor Who, so there was the whole big thing about the new Doctor being a woman, and some people got butthurt about
I don't
that.
see a problem.
It's going to lead to some interesting storylines, considering that the Doctor is married and has a wife who is a pretty prominently recurring character on the show.
I mean, I feel like there was going to be problems either way with that, because I heard rumors of... Well, Idris Elba is rumored to do every major British acting role, because he's a great actor, so everybody wants him. People want him to be James Bond, and then I heard people throwing out him being the Doctor. And I'm like... It's like...
The Doctor is much more believable than James Bond, because the Doctor has had many different faces and things like that throughout the 50-plus years that the show technically has been around.
So you can just reboot James Bond.
James Bond is one person. So is Roland Deschain, technically, but we're going to maybe let that slide.
But it should be interesting. So, who knows?
Yeah. We did get a new trailer for Thor Ragnarok, which is a lot of fun. This movie is just looking like it's just going to be fun. Like, the first two were kind of very serious movies, and this one's just like, fuck it, man. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna inject color and life into everything.
Like, quite literally. Like, look at the fucking logo for it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so 80s. I love it.
And then I love the fucking soundtracks that they've had to all the trailers so far for this. But, I mean, you know, it won some sick fucking shots.
Yeah. Especially that
in
one
this trailer.
Especially that one there at the end with
Yeah.
Thor coming down. He's got lightning kind of going. Everyone like,
Yeah, and there's also the one of like shit coming down from the sky or whatever. It's like, all right,
Hulk punching a wolf in the face.
yeah.
Not just any wolf.
It's Fenris.
Fenrir.
Yeah, I mean Fenris, same thing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel more excited for this movie than now watching this trailer than I did the first trailer. And because the first trailer, people were like, "Oh my god, it's fucking amazing." I was like, "It's cool," but like this trailer, I'm like, "All right, this movie is looking like it'll be a lot of fun." And you know, I like those like stupid scenes between Thor and Hawk, you know, or Bruce Banner, and he's just like, "Yeah, I won."
Did we fight? Yeah, I won. Obviously,
Easily.
that doesn't seem right. It was like that doesn't seem like that's how it would happen because it would did.
Yeah,
I was there. It did.
Yeah. The one thing that I just cannot get over in this movie is Jeff Goldblum. His character just looks so fucking ridiculous. Unpopular opinion too. I'm not the biggest fan of Jeff Goldblum.
He plays one role.
Me.
He plays one
Jeff
role.
Goldblum.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But maybe he'll be fun in this movie. Yeah.
The whole movie seems fun.
Yeah.
I like that they kind of... The only thing that maybe I wish they didn't do with this trailer was they showed off a bit more. Like, I mean, the first trailer left it very much open, like, what's Loki's role in this movie? Mm-hmm. Whereas now it's very much appears that Loki's kind of moved away from the whole villain thing, and he's moving to a bit more of an anti-hero.
I was going to say, wasn't he, last time we saw Loki, wasn't he, busy ruling Asgard?
That's what I mean. So, I mean, it's probably everything's his fault. I would immediately assume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all his fault. Mm-hmm. But they showed off the Valkyrie, which I'm trying. I know that there's Valkyrie, and then again, maybe it's just I need to look into it more. I didn't know whether it was the.
Was it Freya?
No. I mean, no, it's a character's named Valkyrie.
Okay.
The Valkyrie's the one that's I don't know if Valkyrie's the one that's with Thor and them, or if it's the one that's working with the Collector and things like that. Because I know there's a character named Valkyrie, and apparently it's Thor's new love interest in the movie, since, Natalie Portman don't want nothing to do with these movies. She done, which is fine. Her character sucked. But
her best friend, the character of her best friend was much more interesting.
Yeah, and
Kat
Selvig.
Dennings' character. That's
and also Selvig. I mean, running around without pants on in Thor Ragnarok. That might be one of my favorite scenes from that movie. Just him running around Stonehenge. He doesn't have pants on. Mm-hmm. Like, classically trained actor. Yeah. Take your pants off and run around.
Yeah. Also, I think I'm kind of excited for this movie too, because I feel like I like the Thor movies a little bit more than most people do. The first one's cool. Everybody shits on the second one, but I liked it. I mean, it was, it's a lot more serious, but there's some fun parts. But
and hey, look, we found
I didn't
another
think it was
Infinity Stone.
terrible.
Is that like two
and
of them he's found now?
Apparently, this is the movie that's going to be a major link to Avengers of Infinity War. Makes sense, I guess. I mean, if you read up,
They go into a bunch of different planets, so
yeah. I mean, if you read up on all the stuff that the press got to see of Avengers Infinity War, you kind of know what's going to happen at the ending of this one.
Yeah. Basically.
Unfortunately, I read that and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have.
I read a bit too. I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
I didn't read anything.
Don't read it. Don't read about Avengers Infinity War because it'll spoil this movie. But
the movie's only like a year out.
Avengers?
Yeah.
Yeah, less than.
That's the name's May.
Yeah.
Of next year. Yeah, it's February, May, and November. Or when the movies are coming out.
You didn't
next
say
year.
that right. It's May.
May. We're done talking about The Walking Dead. I don't need to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Thor Ragnarok's looking better and better, I think, every time I see it.
Kate Blanchett looks like she's gonna do a good job as hell.
Now, is it Hell or Hella?
Yes. Technically, I don't know how they go. Norse mythology. The answer is yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I don't know what the canon Marvel is.
Yeah, okay.
What the shit's gonna be. So.
Yeah. Another trailer we got was Ready Player One. We got the first trailer.
I'm super excited about that movie, actually.
This movie's from Steven Spielberg.
Which means,
right?
Come on, guys, you know it's gonna be good. Yes, he's directing it. I think he's directing it.
Yeah,
directing it
and producing.
I don't know if there's any person I would trust to handle this
any
kind
sort of
big
movie. Yeah,
I literally know nothing about this, and I watched the trailer and went, "All right, like it looks flashy, lots of action. Why not?" But like, what the fuck is this actually about?
All right,
like people talk about it's 80s and video games.
Yeah, I mean it's basically
culture.
like a big. I mean they say it's like a magnum opus towards
geek culture,
geek
pretty
culture.
much, like of the 80s and things.
That's why there's that's why you can kind of see there's like Deadpool in the trailer and the Iron Giant, Freddy Krueger and Tron and the DeLorean from Back to the Future and probably even a bunch of other things that I just didn't catch.
I lent it to you. Did you ever actually read it?
I did.
Yeah.
So
it's a book, and I can lend it to you. It's a very short book. You could probably tear through it in like no time. But the year's like 2045, I think.
Something like that.
But the world's kind of gone to shit. Resources are running out. Pretty much kind of what's happening now, or the road we're on now. Overpopulation.
It's a lot of like what's in the trailer. People they've destroyed the earth, so the virtual
people
world
literally
where
live
they
in
go.
like trailers, like stacked on top of each other.
Because it's better than their actual life that they're living, and then
yeah.
But it's a good book, and there's all kinds of references. There's a lot of Rush references in the book.
Yeah.
Writer loves Rush.
Well, also, I mean, if it follows the book, Rush is going to have a very big... Well, the music of Rush is going to have a very big part to play in this.
I hope, And
I don't want to say anything to spoil it for those
I
that
hope
haven't read it.
or at least it seems like it, because when did the book come out?
Oh, God, that was 2011, 2012?
That's 11. Okay, never mind. Okay, then I guess it doesn't really matter. Cause
I
was going to say, but hopefully, it's... Even if it's just references, it's it's even up to modern culture.
A lot of modern stuff
with the stuff. Because even
World of Warcraft
since then,
and things like that.
Since then, it'd be cool to see like a Game of Thrones reference or something. You know what I mean? Like modern.
Well, Game of Thrones has been around for 30 fucking years.
Well, I mean, the actual.
But
show.
it's not just movies and.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying more again past whenever the book came out references is what I'm trying to say. Just start throwing memes in there.
I mean, I've been excited to see what they do with this since I first got the book, because it said in soon to be a major motion picture or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, maybe this will be a good book. Thor throw it, and it's like, oh, this would be a great fucking movie, and it's finally happening.
I think this movie's going to do good.
I don't think. I mean, it's financially. I think this is definitely it'll be a great movie, but I don't think a lot of people are going to see it.
I don't think it's going to do well in theaters. I think it's going to do very well after theaters, just because I don't think it's going to hit enough.
It'll be a cult classic.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be.
People like us are going to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who
Anyone
knows?
else?
It's got Steven Spielberg, and Steven
It does have the Spielberg name,
He,
and
he prints money basically, so.
he basically just whips his movie making dick out, just flops it on the table,
And shit just works.
yeah.
It just works.
Although that last movie he did with Disney, BFG,
Did not do
that
well.
movie bombed.
That could have been a good movie, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the book. I like the book.
The book is very
BFG
good.
is very good.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I feel like this is gonna touch base with a lot more people than BFG.
it's a more honest book. Because BFG is definitely a kid's book, and at least with how modern movies are, you know, the perception of kids' movies is different. You know, even animated movies are very mature nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you like some of the stuff that happens in
I watched Kubo and the Two Strings, and there's some very mature material in that.
Oh yeah, or I mean, even talking just like even some of the ones that you would more think are for kids, like stuff that happens in like Big Hero 6 and the stuff that it talks about.
Yeah.
You never see it like if you go back to like Cinderella.
But also look at Disney back in the day with all the little hidden.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but it's also
realize until we were older.
It's also super overt. Like now, but I mean, just like the movie itself, like not just like here's some subtle things to entertain the parents when you're forced to take your little ankle biters into the theater with you.
True.
You know, this is like this is a legit like movie that anybody can enjoy. So I think that maybe that this one will be good because again, it'll touch with the culture. I mean, the best thing it's the best thing for them to do would be like kind of how this trailer, any other trailers they put out, just throw references at the wall and just see what sticks.
But because there's so many just in the trailer and in the book itself, it's like the book itself is almost one giant fucking reference.
Yeah. So
Seems neat. Yeah, I'll probably watch for sure.
I stoked. So I forgot they were making this movie. I knew in the back of my head, but I'm like, oh shit, it's that far. I didn't know it was that far. That it's like first off you get a trailer, and then next off next year. I'm like,
well, they've been working on this movie for a very long time because look at what it showed.
Yeah,
it's like they probably had VFX artists like locked away for like 2 years straight with like no food or water just to get shit done.
I cannot imagine the amount of time it takes to make something like that.
Also, you have to imagine what kind of like this movie's got to cost a lot of money on the other way because I mean if you're gonna have all these references, you got to pay everyone like to get all these references.
Although from what I heard, Rush is very like whatever.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like again like all the references that we just mentioned. Like you got to like contact.
You got to contact Blizzard. You got to contact.
You got to contact New Line Cinema. I don't know if New Line Cinema is making and get like Freddy Krueger. You got to contact Marvel. Be like, hey, can we get Deadpool?
I don't think that was Deadpool.
I know there's a Deadpool reference, and that looks like the most Deadpool thing I've seen.
Was there a Deadpool?
I mean, I saw a thing where it was like, here's all the references that are in the Ready Player One trailer. Apparently, there was a Halo one somewhere. I don't know. It's like you got to contact and you got to pay money to all these people to get that. And more likely, not pay money to get this stuff in your movies. So it's like, and some of them aren't going to be cheap. Like I know, like Robert Zemeckis and I forget the other one, but the people from Back to the Future don't like their movies being touched at all. So having the time travel DeLorean in there probably was not cheap at all. You know what I mean? So
but it's also a DeLorean.
But it's like it's obviously the flying DeLorean, and it is the time travel.
Based off of the DeLorean, yes, but technicalities, details.
Yeah.
Also, it's Steven Spielberg. He could probably fund this movie on his own and still just be like, whatever.
Yeah. Another trailer that kind of the final trailer.
Worth talking about.
Yeah, but I find very, very exciting is the Stranger Things Season 2 trailer. Woo! Stranger Things, to me, is probably one of the greatest seasons of TV I've ever seen.
Definitely.
It has such a mystery to it that, and it's not... In the way it just kind of brought you along the entire time was like, dude, I can't stop watching this. It's
so
that good. I want to know what's happening.
You would say it's up there with like Bates Motel and...
Oh, it's even way better than that. It's a fucking incredible season of TV. I mean, all the characters were cool, and I even thought like the mystery when it was actually revealed and the ending and all that stuff. I thought it was cool, and this trailer was very cool. I loved the way that it started off, and then it very
more
quickly,
80s reference, and it just goes downhill.
Then it very quickly gets like, oh, like there's some serious shit that's probably going to go down. It seems like Will is still a little fucked up.
I know
this season
they kind of left that very much open at the end of last season, what was happening. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, like it's just a very cool world in the whole 80s portion of it and all that stuff. Like it's just such an incredible thing.
I hope like a lot of like the storylines, because the Stranger Things season 1, even though there was like resolution to storylines, it did leave things like very open, like the whole thing with Nancy and like John and whatever the fuck her boyfriend's name is. I don't know. I just didn't like him, and like all the stuff with like 11 and
who's that?
I'm forgetting
Sam.
Sam. And then there's Toothless, and what's the other one? Oh, I'm forgetting people's names. I feel bad because it's so good, but it's been like 6 months. It's been 6 months for me since I watched this.
Well, I've not watched it at all, so apparently I need to.
You do. And it's
only 8 episodes.
It's short.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that I hope, and it's the one thing that kind of, it was something that I noticed when I was playing through Uncharted, and once I noticed it in Uncharted, I noticed it in a lot of things like this, where like, you ever play like Uncharted 2, and then you kind of are like shaking your head at Nate because he's like, "What are you talking about? All this supernatural stuff's happening. What are you talking about? That's impossible." And I'm like, "Didn't you just go through an adventure of this in a game?" I hope nothing like that happens.
Yeah.
Where it's like strange shit's happening. Like, what are you talking about? This is impossible. There's no strange shit. And I'm like, you.
Didn't your town just go through some shit?
It's like, yeah, this shit happened. Like I hope there's none of that. Like, that would just aggravate me.
Yeah. One thing I loved about Stranger Things season 1 is how contained it was. Like there's very, very, there's
It's
not a
small
lot
cast.
of characters,
It's a small cast.
but it's also not in a lot of locations and everything, and it just felt like you were there, like you were just in that small little town, and it was actually happening to you in a way. And I hope this season still has that and can still keep that mystery, because that was like one of the best things about it. And there's like a line in the trailer where it's like, whatever happened here is spreading, it's like, I hope it just doesn't become this huge thing, but if it does become this huge thing, hopefully it's still really good. But I just loved how small it kind of was, and also it seems like this season is focusing a lot more on the kids.
Yeah,
that group of 4 kids. I mean, they were one of the best parts of the first season. They're phenomenal.
I mean, yeah, I would say that. I mean, there was definitely I'd say the show was focused on them in the first season. I honestly though would like to see a little bit more. Maybe focus on them, but maybe see more well-roundedness with everybody else, because everybody else was kind of like they helped out with the main problem, but like they were kind of locked in their own storylines of what was happening.
Yeah.
So like I just hope that maybe again, because now you have like this foundation for the first season where kind of people eventually grow to being heroes, and essentially that now you can kind of just start there, kind of do shit. So
yeah, no, I'm fucking stoked, man. Very,
Halloween
very
can't come
forward.
fast enough.
I know, October 27th, the same day as Assassin's Creed, Mario, Wolfenstein.
I'm probably
I think
going
it comes out around that time.
Jigsaw.
Which, how do you feel about it? Do you think it'll be worth redoing?
What about it?
Probably not.
No.
Probably not. I mean, the one thing that I think is definitely going to happen is knowing me, I'll probably watch all of Stranger Things in like one day. The day it comes out. Like, just
I know
like,
you will.
I'm just be like, fuck it, I'm doing this. If I can sit there and if I can watch an entire season, a 12-episode season of another show in one day, why the hell not?
That's 12 episodes.
I didn't mean to. I watched 8, and then I tried to upload a video, and then my internet was slow, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch the other 4. And then I looked, and it was like 2:30 in the morning.
What show was that?
I was rewatching Teen Wolf before it comes back. So I started watching the first season, like, not this past Monday, but the Monday before. It might even been another week after before that. and like I just started watching, and then I was uploading a video, and I'm like, and then it was 2:30, and I'm like, fuck. Like that was like
I wish I could have that life again.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I like binge watching TV. That's like one of my favorites. I mean, I can just sit there and watch TV all the time. Like that's what I basically did when I rewatched season 6 of Game of Thrones. I did that in like 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's only 10 episodes, but still.
Yeah. Another announcement out of Comic-Con though is that Iron Fist get a second season. Why?
Who knows? Hopefully they can do it better.
There's hope. I do think that they can do it better. It needs strong writing and directing as a solid foundation. Someone that can really push those characters and the acting and everything to another level.
Because I can see where like,
which I think they got a new showrunner. I'm gonna
like because there's promise. Because like, I think Danny could be a cool character, and Colleen's already a cool character, but I think they can make her even better. Yeah. I just think that, like, I don't know, now that they've kind of gotten the whole very Batman-esque thing out of the way, maybe his character can flourish. Like, actually give him, like, a moral compass that matters. You know, in season 1, it's basically, do I do the right thing, or do I just be a fucking tool? And it's like, actually give him, you know, a morality challenge that, you know, actually has some stakes behind it. I don't know.
Has some weight to it.
Let's not make him like this just jackass.
That's what he was. He was a jackass.
Whiny fucking... He was the worst part of Iron Fist.
Like, a lot of other stuff was pretty cool. And it's like he's the main character, and he's the person he's the person I want to see on screen the least.
Yeah, and also let's just not have like one of the most generic fucking villains.
Which one?
What's his fucking?
Oh, the other dude.
The Formir.
Yeah.
David Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Like his character was lame, super fucking lame.
His character was cool for a bit, and then it's like, oh, you're a one-trick pony.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking give you ice cream and beat you with a fucking spoon. That was like, to me, the low moment of that show. When that happened right there, I'm like...
Honestly, at least to me, the
really
entire
bad.
last episode.
The last episode's fucking terrible.
It's terrible. The last episode is worse than the last 7 episodes of Luke Cage. And the last 7 episodes of Luke Cage are... or at least the last half of Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's not the best. The last episode of Luke Cage is not good either.
No.
Like, that final, like, fight or whatever is...
The whole thing after Cottonmouth is, like...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, some of it was cool, like the backstory stuff, I'm like, yeah. And then it's like... But then they come back to the modern stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. So, this show does have a new showrunner, apparently, Raven Metzner, who is taking over from Scott Buck, who was the showrunner of season 1, is now the showrunner for Marvel's Inhumans. Metzner did
that's happening.
Sleepy Hollow and Falling Skies, apparently.
Okay. I mean, Sleepy Hollow was pretty good.
Falling Skies was pretty successful on TNT.
Did you hear the other thing? It's kind of related to, unless there's anything else necessarily about Iron Fist you want to bring up?
No, I mean, I think... You know, as much as the first season was just a bummer and lame and all that stuff, and definitely compared to the other seasons of Marvel's shows on Netflix, nowhere near as good. I do think at least giving it one more season maybe is a good idea, and just maybe getting some new writers in there, new showrunners, new vision in a way. Give it another shot. And if it doesn't work, then maybe it's just not destined to work for this character or whatever. I don't know.
It's interesting you bring up the fact
of the Defenders
of giving.
Well,
no, but then you have an ensemble, and you don't have to focus on Danny Rand.
Yeah,
and his
exactly.
blandness.
Exactly.
It's true.
At least you actually have 3 other really good characters.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's actually kind of a nice segue when you bring up the fact that you only give it one more season. I'm starting to think that maybe that's kind of what's happening with Marvel. Because did you see the thing that there might not ever be more than one season of the Defenders? they might only ever be doing this one season, and which makes me think, could like, I mean, I guess the successful ones might keep going, but it's like, could like all of these next seasons of all of these shows be like it?
I don't know.
Like, you know, you do the Defenders, and then it's kind of like each season's kind of like each person dealing with whatever happens there afterwards and stuff. I mean, I know the only ones that they filmed is, I think, Jessica Jones season 2 and Punisher are the next two.
The Punisher's
next, and I know they're at least filming Jessica Jones season 2 right now. I don't know if they've started filming Daredevil or not.
I don't know if they start filming Daredevil. I know they announced who's going to direct the first episode for Luke Cage season 2.
Okay. Because, like, and in some ways, I feel like maybe just because their villains are the same, like, maybe if Iron Fist season 2 doesn't do well, you could just have him be like a side character in Daredevil.
Daredevil, yeah. And
the same kind of thing, if Luke Cage season 2 doesn't pick up, he can just kind of be in Jessica Jones. But then I feel like Jessica Jones, a lot of that was the villain, and I mean, he's not around anymore unless they bring him back.
And that's the thing about both Daredevil and Jessica Jones to me, is they actually had really good villains. Yeah. Both seasons Daredevil's
Cottonmouth was alright.
I liked Cottonmouth, but definitely not as much as like Kingpin, the Punisher, and the Purple Man or whatever his name is. I forget
Kilgrave.
Yeah, Kilgrave. Yeah.
David Tennant doing his best impression of Barty Crouch, just being fucking nuts.
Yeah.
He's really good at playing. He's really good at playing somebody who's insane.
I'm thinking there might be some relation between him and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, probably.
Because Anthony Hopkins is also really good at playing severely unhinged people.
Ergo, Silence of the Lambs. Ergo, I mean, a lot of movies like that.
A lot of
Anthony Hopkins movies he plays. Yeah. Like, so I'm just like, and which maybe that might be the best thing to not, kill all that. Which I know where you're going with your next thought.
Just hit me. That there was a Westworld season 2 trailer. I'm not going to say too much because honestly, not much happened. And they showed some shit. Some shit's probably going to happen.
I need to watch it.
They set up some fucking shit at the end. So that way, in season 2, some fucking shit's going to happen. That's a fucking show, man. That, Game of Thrones might be ending, but they got Westworld over here, man. I think Westworld's really going to catch fire.
They got the Confederates.
Who knows?
That one, who knows?
Yeah, who knows on that one? I mean, people are so fucking pissed over that. It's like, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. That's one of like the next 3 shows that I feel like I need to watch. Sometime soon.
Really good.
Westworld.
That's a binge show.
I should watch Breaking Bad. I need to get around to doing Breaking Bad. And then I should probably get around to watching 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah,
at some point.
That was good.
So, and then because there's a couple other shows that I'm like, I kind of want to like watch because I saw the trailers for the new seasons and they look pretty alright. I guess they're rebooting Once Upon a Time for season 7.
Really?
And they got there's a couple actors and actresses who are in that. I'm like, oh, I like these people. All right, I guess I'll give it a shot. And then fucking Gotham season 4.
Gotham's looking pretty fucking solid.
I might have to watch the first 3 seasons of Gotham.
Sherlock is excellent.
That's another one. Yeah, I need
that. And each season is only like 3 episodes.
Yeah, so
I mean they're all 90 minutes.
It's not like it's not that big of a deal. But so yeah, I got a couple shows I gotta watch. But like next month is like the Defenders, and then October is in October Stranger Things, and then so yeah, I'll do it eventually.
I just finished watching all of The Leftovers, which is on HBO from David Lindelof, who created Lost. Whatever. He also did this, and honestly, Leftovers is probably one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched. I mean, it's only 3 seasons long, 28 episodes or whatever, but it gets into some shit and some. It's just a sad show, like just a really fucked up and sad show, about just basically what happens is 2% of the world's population completely disappears. No one knows why. It just happens. And people sometimes lose their whole family. Sometimes they just lose one member of their family or whatever, and then people just are unhinged, you know? And there's always this thing of like, well, it could happen again. I could lose everybody again, you know? And it has a lot of really good storylines, but it's more about people kind of coming to grips with that and finding themselves, because you think, 2% of the world's population, that's not that much.
Right.
But
2% of 7 billion.
Yeah, like in the show, they put it at 140 million people. Like, that's a lot. And you don't know where they went. They could come back. You could lose more, and it's really interesting. There's like this cult that starts and that does some really fucked up and weird things, and it gets into this weird, like, religious shit and challenging religion and all kind of stuff. It's a really, really fucking incredible show with incredible acting, incredible fucking soundtrack and everything, and it's just a very sad show. But the way it ends is just perfect, and it's like, yes. I loved it. I like watching shows that are done. There's something fucking fun about that. Even watching like Breaking Bad, that's 5 seasons long, that's pretty, it's a little bit of an investment at least. But knowing that like this has an end, they got to finish it when they wanted to. There's something exciting about
because that's something that's like it's really easy to like forget about TV. It's like either shows get canceled after like a season or two, or you pull
or not even a whole season in the case of Firefly, which was sad,
or where you get they could go all full on supernatural and don't know when to end. I'm just like, have a show saying, "Hey, we're done," is really nice.
Yeah, it is.
It's like the one thing that always aggravates me about The Walking Dead is that like I just sit here and I watch each season. It's like it's gonna are there really any stakes? Because it's just gonna keep going. Like there's not like because that's like the thing that I also like about a lot of TV shows I watch is that like if the show were to end at the end of each season, then that's fine because boom, things are wrapped up pretty nicely and it's like and that works. That's kind of how I like my TV shows. Yeah. Instead of like, we're gonna set up the next really big arc for the next season. It's like, yeah, sure, you can tease stuff in case your show doesn't get canceled, but like I don't know, wrap things up, man.
I mean, that's one thing that's making Game of Thrones so fucking exciting.
Is the end is in sight.
Yeah. It's just, like, how do you get there?
Which it's taking a bunch of turns.
Mm-hmm.
So
does George R. Martin even know how to get there? I don't know, because we still don't have book 6.
He knows. I think he made the book so fucking complicated, he doesn't even know what to do. He said recently, Winds of Winter is at least months away. He's got 2 books in the works. Winds of Winter, another one's like a lore book or something. And he said it's realistic that you'll get at least something from me in 2018, but it might not be the Winds of Winter.
Oh my fucking god!
Again,
we've been waiting how long for the Winds of Winter?
He's holding off because it is much more lucrative to put out the books after Game of Thrones is done than it is to put it out at the same time.
I don't want the show to taint what he has in the story.
I mean, I don't think it will. I think with what just happened in the show, I'm like, there's no way he'd do that. Like, because the show listens to the fans maybe a little too much, especially again, without spoiling what happens at the end of episode 2. It's very much like, hey, we hear your complaints, we're gonna fix it, and it's like, now granted, maybe in the long run it makes it more compelling. Yeah. What ended up happening, but it's like could have done it a little better. I mean, the scene was cool. I like the scene at the end, the fucking battle. But like,
yeah, exactly. So we'll see. He said he found it. I don't know the exact word he said, but it was along the lines of he finds it insulting to him that fans think that he hasn't wrote anything, or that he has finished the books and he's holding them. He says he has his good days and his bad days. That's what he said.
I would just like him to finish the books before he dies.
I mean,
I
he's not that
it's
old.
entirely
He'll be fine.
possible. He's only like 67.
He's also a very, very large man.
He'll be fine.
So, yeah. San Diego Comic-Con. There you go.
Comic-Con's slowly becoming my favorite part of the year. Because even
it's
though I
fun.
love E3, there's just so much more and, like, stuff that could happen at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And it's almost more unpredictable.
I mean, we don't get gaming things really at Comic-Con.
Well, I mean,
Most
you get a couple
time.
things.
We get a couple things, but Comic-Con is more movies and TV and print.
Yeah, and like I said, despite, you know, how sometimes dumb it sounds, I would maybe like to go to Comic-Con some year. Just because it's just cool. Though I heard, like...
San Diego out here is overrated. You gotta
Yeah.
go to, like, other
Well, I mean,
ones.
you go for the same reason that we kind of went to PAX. You go for the
Yeah.
conferences. I mean, sure, the stage 4 will be fun, but, like, essentially I heard you have to make a decision. Are you going to go see a big panel that day? Or are you going to go to a bunch of little ones? Because if you're going to, like, Game of Thrones, there goes your day.
Yeah.
Whereas you go to a bunch of smaller ones, and it's, you know, you can usually fit a lot more in. So it's like, cool.
See, I want to go to, like Star Wars Celebration one year.
I want to do that. I mean, now that hopefully E3 stays open to the public, I'd like to do that.
Hopefully
sometime.
it's better organized, though.
I'd like to do that
Yeah.
maybe sometime, but yeah.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we could somehow manage to get press passes. Who knows? Internet. I'm
Help
challenging
us.
you to help us out on that one.
Help us with our
Lofty goals.
entirely not first world problem of not getting press passes to go to E3.
Help us with our lofty, very lofty goals.
Or don't. You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you. I mean,
Alright.
Pretty
all right,
much.
let's do this shit.
Nintendo
Pretendo.
has some very interesting things and things that make me happy, for sure. The Switch has sold 4.7 million units worldwide, up from 1.97 3 months ago.
Woohoo!
So almost 3 million units have been sold in just a few months. So
They're basically still
That's-
it's still selling as strong, and that's mostly because
yeah,
you still can't
Find them
really
anywhere.
get your hands on them. Which I mean, but still, you can't.
But-
numbers don't lie.
people
Yeah.
want it.
People,
You know,
people
and
want
that's
it.
something that didn't really happen
with the Wii U.
that
Ever.
greatly with Wii U. You know, and Nintendo's being smart about stringing great titles out for it to where it's not too long in between software.
But it's
You
just
know?
long enough to be like, I want something new to play.
That's like my whole thing right now. Is like I'm playing Zelda, but it's like
I've been
I want-
playing.
I want
I
something
played
else.
the fucking shit out of Splatoon 2 over the weekend. And that
I've
game.
thought
is-
about
I
that.
saw you. I
Same
saw
thing.
you playing that. I'm like,
I played it almost all day, or like not all day, but I only had a few hours, and I just was like, you know what, I'm just playing Splatoon 2, and that game is fucking very fun to play. I mean, it's Splatoon, but they just kind of added some new stuff. The campaign's a lot of fun. It's super super fun and creative, and like the boss fights are great, and gets to some very kind of challenging moments, more so than I thought. I mean, it has some interesting stuff that you can do in the campaign that you can't do in multiplayer, which is kind of bizarre. I don't know why they keep doing that, but like the multiplayer is a lot of fun, like Splatoon. It's amazing to be able to sit in my bed or lay in bed and play multiplayer Splatoon like that, and it's fun. And then they have this new 4-player mode called Salmon Run, which is almost like a horde mode thing. So you get contracted by this fucking cat, and and he sends you out to collect these orbs, and basically, like, there's these little enemies that keep coming at you all the time, but there's just this rotating fucking gauntlet of bosses, and there's 7 or 8 different types of bosses, and every boss can only be killed a certain way. So you and your team, but you're also getting swarmed. Sometimes the map's a lot tinier, and then it grows in size, so you have more room. But like the enemies, they're laying their fucking ink down. That makes it hard to be
Move
mobile
around,
and all kinds of stuff. So you have to really work as a team. Take the bosses out, but when you kill the boss, it drops 3 orbs, and then only one player can get 1 orb, and then you have to take it back to a certain place and drop it off. And if you do it, if you can kill the bosses quick enough, then you can get more eggs or orbs or whatever. And, you know, the more you have, the better you do. The more points you'll get to get to certain tiers, so you can unlock upgrades for your gear, get new gear. It's a fucking riot. I love that game, man. It is a blast. But speaking of other Switch games, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has sold 3.92 million units. This is just on Switch, I believe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 3.54 million. 1-2 Switch, 1.22 million. ARMS, surprisingly, has sold 1.18 million units. And then, all in total, 13.6 million games have been sold for the Switch. So that's fantastic. Mario Kart 8 does not surprise me at all. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, man. People really, really want to see it. It's only a matter of time before Mario Kart once again becomes the best-selling game on the Switch, probably.
Yeah, because like there's a couple games that I would get. Like I was saying earlier, I kind of want to get another game, and like I go back and forth because on one hand I'm like, I was telling Luke earlier, I'm like I want to get Mario Kart, but at the same time I know for the most part I'm only gonna play it when I'm over here. Like I'll play it a little bit, but then I'm like I get Shovel Knight, or I get Thumper, because I mean both those games are fairly cheap, and it would just be a nice side experience when I'm playing my Switch. I'm like, you know what, I'm done with Zelda for now.
I feel like you would like Shovel Knight more just because there's more to Shovel Knight than Thumper. Yeah. You really don't need the PlayStation VR to play Thumper. You really don't. But there's also not enough, like...
That's why I mean it's only like a $20
to
game.
do. I feel like Shovel Knight is much more of an engaging game than...
I wonder what the secret thing they're going to put on the Switch is. Because, you know, you could run into Battletoads on the Xbox version, or you could run into Kratos on the PlayStation version. I wonder if there's a secret boss on the Switch version.
Ooh, King Koopa.
Dry Bowser. Nah. Kirby. Kirby. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah. I mean, it's just great to see the Switch doing so well. Nintendo actually selling consoles, you know, and just being back in the game. You imagine Splatoon 2 is probably going to move a lot of units, and then Mario and Rabbids comes out next month.
Mario Odyssey in October.
Well, I might get that when that comes out. Maybe I'll hold off and I'll get Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah, and then I mean Mario Odyssey is going to be fucking huge. So
you see, Nintendo they put out a patent for another repatent for N64 controller. And
now hold on.
N64 Classic.
Now hold on.
GameCube Classic.
Can I just
Wii
say
Classic?
this?
Wii U Classic.
Can I just say
Wii U
this?
Classic. Oh yeah, people want that.
As much as we all love the N64, can we not agree that is one of the dumbest fucking controllers ever invented?
It is atrocious.
It was made for one game, and that's it. You know, and it was originally kind of designed around Super Mario 64, and then other shit had to come around.
And then they kind of made it worse. I mean, they kind of made it work.
Yeah, but also like just
GoldenEye.
You got this, and you got this whole other thing over here, but you got to keep switching like back. No, just no.
Yes.
Nintendo, yes. No. I don't need a 3-prong controller. I have 2 hands.
You need a 4-prong controller.
Yeah, I have 2 hands.
Just replace it with one of those bopping things.
Yeah.
I legit want to get a Super Nintendo Classic because of that lineup of games. I know it's going to be fucking impossible to get. However, if they made a fucking GameCube Classic,
all over that shit.
I kind of wanted to get because I heard it's different. Get the UK version of the Super Nintendo Classic. It's like because it's technically a different. It was like a different console over there, and apparently it looks cooler.
Well, I think it's either Europe or Japan actually has a different lineup of games on it too.
Plus, so you get Star Fox 2.
Yeah, I think it's
you have to put that out, right? Like especially if you're gonna make that such a fucking limited thing for a Super Nintendo, you have to put that out, don't you? Like when you eventually bring back the Virtual Console, which I hope they do.
I think you're forgetting who you're talking about.
Yeah, you're forgetting what company we are currently discussing. And
I do more so than an NES
how
classic.
capable they are about making smart decisions.
I guess. I do want a SNES classic though, more so than I did an NES classic. Like it's just Super Metroid. That's like half my reason right there. And Super Mario World.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna say Super Mario World was kind of like.
Did Super Mario? No, Super Mario Bros. 3 was on the NES classic. Or was it on the Super?
It was on the Super Nintendo.
The two best side-scrolling Mario games ever made on one. Oh fuck right, sign me up. And then it also has like a couple. Well, it has like Link to the Past on it.
Mm-hmm. Link's Awakening.
That's the Game Boy game.
Yeah.
Link's Awakening's a Game Boy game. Yeah, I think A Link to the Past was the only one made for the Super Nintendo. I'm 90% sure.
Yeah.
One of them on my 3DS Virtual Console. I forget.
Well, they put out a lot for the handhelds. Like there's a lot. Like Oracle of Ages and Seasons. That's
that
handheld.
one. I have those two.
Link's Awakening is NES. Or no, The Adventure of Link is NES.
NES.
That's what I meant. I get those two mixed up all the time.
Link's Awakening was on.
Oh, the Four Swords. That might actually.
Four Swords was on N64.
That was on N64. Oh shit. Okay.
I thought that was.
There's the Four Swords Adventure, which was on the GameCube and the SP, and then there's the Four Swords, which is like the first one, where you didn't actually get to play as 4 Links. You could control multiple Links, and that's how you solve puzzles. But
no, wasn't there a way like a multiple?
There might have been, but I just remember because like it was available for like a weekend on the 3DS eShop. It was like you could buy it for like 6 days. I remember because I was debating buying it while we were at PAX.
Yeah,
because I was buying. Cause that's when I bought Pokemon Yellow and Super Mario World while we were at PAX.
Yeah,
we haven't touched Triforce here in a while. I feel we should play that soon.
If we ever played it, it'd have to be your version. I don't got it anymore.
Oh really?
I'm like, I'm not gonna play this by myself.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that are on like games that like I think just something that Nintendo should do, which it seems like they're already kind of doing. They should take most games they brought on the Wii U and bring it over to the Switch.
Seems like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, like just about everything. I mean, like I'd play the fuck out of Hyrule Warriors if it was on the Switch.
I mean, you got Fire Emblem Warriors coming.
Yeah, true.
But
and also that's on the 3DS. But like more so than that, because I really want to play these two games, even though they are remasters. But I don't want to buy a Wii U for them. I want to play the 2 Zelda remasters. I want to play Wind Waker and Twilight Princess again.
I would play Twilight Princess again. I had my time with Wind Waker.
Yeah, me too.
I want to play Wind Waker. I love that game.
I'd play Twilight Princess again. No, that's a fucking.
Also, I mean, you have the fucking amiibo. It's just kind of only works somewhat well in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
He only has 3 hearts when you use the Wolf Link amiibo, so he dies. Like.
Yeah.
But the only useful is that I don't get shot by a guardian immediately because he just runs up and takes the damage for me. Like, thanks, bro.
Well, the one thing about Breath of the Wild, though, that people say that, I mean, hey, if it's how you want to play it, that's completely cool. It's your thing. But when people say, I only play Breath of the Wild in small bursts for 5 or 10, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, I don't know how fucking.
No, I don't know.
To me, when I'm fucking playing that game, I am in it for hours.
I do.
Because
I do both.
Yeah.
You know,
I do both.
I can do both, but like
I'll sit there and I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna do stuff, but then it'll just be like, all right, I need a little bit of time to kill. I have things that I can do, like I can go get materials and things like that.
I can cook things, or I can make potions, or
or I can go.
Which I'm still not very good at.
Or I know
can
that
cook
there's
like a boss.
Or I know that there's shrines over here that I can go do, or here's a side quest that I can do.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing like a lot of the extra stuff in the game since doing the last Divine Beast. I have most of the memories. I found a lot.
I found like 1 or 2 of them.
I stumbled upon 3 of them. Actually went and found. I think I only have like 2 or 3 left. And the one, I have a sinking suspicion I know where it's at, and it's going to be fun to get to. Pretty sure one of them is in Hyrule Castle. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be fun to try to get.
Are you talking the fountain one?
No, that's in front of Hyrule Castle. I already got that one.
Which is also a very dangerous area.
Hey, so if you're quick, you don't got to worry about shit. But, yeah, it's like... So I just got to find those. Which I like... It's not game-changing, any of the cutscenes you see, but they're nice.
Like
they're nice.
Yeah.
It builds that world out, I think, a lot more than a lot of other ones.
But I think
the voice acting.
The voice acting.
I like the voice acting, but
there's I think my favorite memory that I got to see was the one that you actually just get in Zora's Domain, because it adds a little bit of thing, because it's like with
Mifa,
because it's like, oh, it wasn't just Link and Zelda.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Why not? Yeah, cool.
I think all the ones for the Divine Beast are pretty damn cool. I love the one for when you get to the one in Goron City. That one's really cool.
Yeah, I did do that. The only one that I have yet to find out of those is the Garuda one. I think I only have a couple left, because I know there's the 12. I don't know why I put up 7. There's the 12.
That's 3.
1, 12.
And
then there's one for each divine. I think there's 18 in the game. Because there's the 12, there's one for each divine beast, there's one for the Master Sword. And then there's another one that I'm assuming is probably close to the end of the game that you find. I mean, it has to be, it can't be like when you beat Ganon, because you have to find them all and then go talk to Impa. Actually, I don't know if that one counts to go talk to Impa or not, but
I think you just need to find the ones on the slate to talk to Impa, don't you?
Which, then I only have like 2 left.
Yeah.
That stuff's fun, because I mean they're nice, because I just happened to find like 4 of them. Like I was like, oh, the ground's glowing over here by this shrine. Awesome.
Now, which timeline is this one technically in?
Twilight Princess.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I read that up somewhere.
Is it after Twilight?
It's after Twilight Princess.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are like, it's Wind Waker, which I'd like another game in the Wind Waker timeline, just because,
there are.
But they did Spirit Tracks and
better games than this. Better games than this.
Phantom Hourglass
like
and
full
Spirit
on
Tracks.
games. Like full on games. Not just, not because I at least to me, no offense, those are side games.
Phantom Hourglass is
Dude, they're
pretty
canon,
sick.
dude. During that they're canon.
Put out like a 3D Zelda game, or at least like something of the quality of A Link Between Worlds in that timeline. Because that timeline is fascinating to me. That's the timeline that I want to spend the most time in. But I'm just like, it's really like Wind Waker's the only one that really matters. So I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some music. I got some interesting stats for you.
Give me them.
I found this to be
statistics.
fascinating. Billboard put together some stuff of the top 50 moneymakers in the music industry in 2016. They broke it down by sales from physical and digital album sales, streaming, publishing, and touring.
Okay.
They have
Lay it on
50.
This is one. Okay, it's all one list.
Yeah, so actually, we're not gonna go over all 50.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna highlight some until we get to the top. And so number 50 is Pentatonics.
Okay, that makes sense.
$8.20 million. Number 49, Stevie Nicks.
Okay.
$8.21 million. Selena Gomez at number 47. $8.8 million. It's also fascinating looking at this stuff. Like some of the older artists, when you look at the sales compared to streaming, like the sales is a lot higher than streaming because their audience buys music.
Albums, yeah.
Where Selena Gomez made $837,000 in sales with $2.1 million in streaming.
Yeah.
Because the younger audience, that's how they're going to know music, is by streaming it, And it's also fascinating to see certain genres, too, like pop. Most people stream pop music,
Yeah.
But
Rock
rock
is a
and
little
metal,
more-
We
Album
buy
sales.
albums.
yeah, those albums are actually bought. So, like I said, I'm not going to go over all. Number 45, Jimmy Buffett.
We should do the top 10.
Yeah.
At least figure out
Jimmy
top
Buffett, $9.1 million.
God, he was the thing.
Yeah. Number 44 is Journey, $9.2 million. I mean, here it is again. 835,000 in sales, 211,000 in streaming. Almost everybody, like probably 80% of their money is coming from touring.
Yeah.
Not surprising. Like 7.6 million of their 9.2 is from touring. Number 43, Pearl Jam, 9.3 million. I actually thought Pearl Jam would be a little bit higher on this list.
I thought so too.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Apparently, Pearl Jam racked up 562,000 in just song sales and 216 million streams. Pretty cool. Number 42 is The Weeknd, 9.4 million.
Everybody's searching for... I know it's not that, but I don't
Yeah.
Which The Weeknd, $0 from touring.
because they just didn't.
Yeah, $6.2 million from streaming. It's pretty crazy. Number 41, Blake Shelton, 9.8 million. Number 39, Britney Spears, 10.7 million. Number 38, I mean, Def Leppard, 10.81 million.
Really?
I can't believe Def Leppard's still going. That's just me. Number 36. Honestly, thought this band would be a lot higher too. The Rolling Stones.
But I guarantee
all they do
all the
is-
money now is touring.
Yeah.
$5 million from touring. 10.86 million overall. 4.6 million from album sales, which is fucking crazy. So, I mean, their
Still
sales
selling
is
out.
almost as much as their touring. I mean, I mean, who knows? They might not have toured that much either.
Yeah.
I don't follow them too much. Number 34. In a way, this is kind of unfortunate. But it's still. I mean, it's good at the same time. David Bowie, number 34.
I was thinking-
9.5 million from sales.
I was thinking you were gonna troll us with Creed or something.
No,
Exactly.
I knew it was going to be like, oh no, David Bowie was last year. Yeah.
And this is happening with like Linkin Park sales are through the roof too.
Yeah,
'Cause of Chester
Soundgarden.
Bennington. It fucking sucks to me that people don't buy the music when the artists are alive and fucking
and then
doing
it's just
it.
like,
and
oh, let
appreciate
me-
it. But they die and they feel like they need to fucking buy all this shit now.
It's not just
fortunate.
music. It's not just music.
I know it's other
Look
stuff
at-
too, but it's big in the music industry.
Like, Van Gogh died penniless. And it wasn't until after he died that, oh, hey, his art's really, like, everybody knows who fucking Vincent Van Gogh is or will recognize a Van Gogh painting.
He's like, when you throw out names, Picasso,
Yeah.
Da Vinci.
Yeah, he's one of the ones you kind of throw out there.
Yeah.
But he, like, or wasn't Mozart, like, penniless when he died, too? Or
Oh, yeah.
Beethoven or one of them?
Oh yeah, Mozart. Like I think his stuff was in like an attic, or it's either him or Beethoven. His stuff was in like an attic. No, Haydn. Who's the Bach?
Bach.
Bach. He was like all of his stuff, and nobody knew who he was.
Yeah.
And then, or one of them, like was like nobody knew who he was, and they just found transcripts in like an attic, and they're like, oh my god, this stuff's really good. I think it was Bach. Now that I think about it, because I mean, how the fuck do you not know who Mozart and fucking Beethoven are? Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Like that stuff was popular back in the day, but like Bach, yeah. I mean, he was popular, but still, like, not near the.
It's amazing that he's still touring.
I know, right?
Yeah.
300 years later, or 4? No, something maybe. I don't fucking know.
And I just want to add to that too. Like, yeah, it's fine. You want to, celebrate
Honor.
this person and honor him.
Yeah.
And hopefully all that money goes to like the families that are affected by from someone passing away and stuff. But like, just why can't we support them while they're still alive and kicking and making new music?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how about that. Number 32, Elton John. 12.11 million.
Deserves it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, like, if there's not a single Elton John song you like, you can feel free to fight me, because there are plenty of Elton John songs from people.
Elton John
There's
is
some good Elton John
incredible.
songs. Yeah. We had like some like family fucking picnic thing, and we were playing a bunch of music, and someone wanted to put on Elton John. They put on Elton John song. I forget what it's called. I never heard it before, but I honestly enjoyed it. It was a really good song. Yeah. And my mom was just fucking trash. She comes out. She's like, "What the fuck is playing? We need some upbeat shit." And I'm like, "Hey, this is a good song." You know,
Tiny Dancer, maybe.
How
do you not like Tiny Dancer?
Yeah, it was not
Rocket Man.
It was not
a popular one.
No.
Okay.
Elton John song. Not one that I knew for sure. Number 31.
That's a great song.
Jennifer Lopez, number 31.
J-Lo.
I didn't know she was
Jenny
still,
from the Block.
still touring and stuff.
I forget that she... I think of her as an actress first.
Yeah.
For that. I forget.
You forget that she was Jenny from the Block?
Yeah, I forget. I think of her and I think of, Made in Manhattan. And then I don't think music.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only movie that I really know that she's in.
Yeah. Her sales were pretty low compared to some of these others.
Oh, yeah, I don't think she's actually...
She does that song with what's-her-name about booty.
Yeah. Number 30, Blink-182. 12.19 million.
Well, they had no album. So.
I know, but he was still,
People still care.
$9 million for
all
touring.
the
People still care about all the small things.
Damn it. That's a good joke. Why didn't I think of that one? Damn it.
Number 29, Black Sabbath. $12.4 million.
That makes a lot of sense.
They just had their final tour.
How much they make on that tour?
$11.3 million.
Woo! How much they make in total?
12.4.
Wow.
So all of that came from the
Pretty
tour.
much.
They need to sell more albums.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Sales 633,000, streaming 220,000. There you go. Number 28, Zach Brown Band, 12.8.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
27, Maroon 5, 13.5.
Yeah. I'm actually somewhat surprised they ain't higher.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking good.
Yeah. I'm just going through. I mean, a lot of these bands are pretty fucking popular. Florida Georgia Lines were 23, 14.6. The Dixie Chicks,
How?
number 22.
What? How?
14.8, 14.2 million of that it was from touring. Holy shit!
Fuck.
What? Number 21, AC/DC.
Yeah,
$15 million.
That makes sense. I mean, probably people heard, oh, look, you get to listen to them with Axl Rose. Actually, did their album come out last year or the year before?
Year before.
Okay.
$3.8 million in sales. That's pretty fucking good. AC/DC still sells a lot of albums. But they too, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, it was very recently that they finally put their stuff up on Spotify to stream. 1.2 million from streaming. So, number 19, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yep.
16 million.
They just had their one dude die.
Yeah, they had a new. Well,
no, they had a couple people die.
And they also had a new album last year too.
Yeah.
David Z, I think, or one of the Z brothers.
Mm-hmm. Which, unsurprisingly, 15 of their $60 million came from touring.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's like one of the best
go
shows you
and
can
see
see.
That is the show. Yeah, if you're gonna see one show that year, you might as well go see this.
yeah. Number 16, Paul McCartney. 17.7 million.
I just want to hear where Beyonce is at because I know she's like
Up there.
I know she's probably number one. Beyonce is always popular.
This next one is absolutely fascinating to me. Number 15, Metallica.
Yeah, I figured they'd be somewhere
18.5 million. 11.5 million from sales.
New album's fucking
That
good,
new
man.
album was
Yeah.
fucking solid.
Yeah, Metallica still sells a lot of albums. 1.7 million from streaming, 3.8 million from touring. I mean, they didn't tour a whole lot last year, so I imagine in 2017 that number is going to be a lot higher. So
Yeah.
but I mean that's fucking awesome, man. Very good. Number 14, Carrie Underwood, 19.9. 13, 21 Pilots, 21.1.
They had that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had that fucking song.
Number 12, Rihanna, 22.3 million.
She probably
7.6 million from streaming.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty crazy. Number 11, Billy Joel, 23.6 million.
Lot for touring. He tours a lot.
And now we're to the top 10. Kenny Chesney, 25.4.
What?
And number 10.
I guess he might have put out an album. I don't fucking know.
Number 9, Kanye West,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
26.1.
He
He
needs
put
to be
out
lower on
a
the
he
list.
put out a fucking album.
7.6 million from streaming, 15.4 from touring.
People love Kanye.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
Yeah.
Number 8, Luke Bryan.
I can see
right,
that.
yeah.
27.
yeah.
Or as Lauren calls him, her other Luke.
Oh, God.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I know.
Give her a high five for me next time you see her.
Number 7, Justin Bieber. 30.5 million.
Didn't he? He had an album last year. Was it the year before?
It might have been last year. I know he recently just like canceled
Canceled the
tour.
last 15 shows of his tour or something like that.
Which I honestly thought his number for streaming would be a lot higher. It's only 1.9 million. His sales is actually higher at 2 million. It's kind of interesting.
Maybe he didn't tour that much. I don't fucking know.
He did. Made 25.
He did like 18 months of touring.
He did 18 months? Okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Number 6, Coldplay, 32.3.
Yeah. Did they? Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, an album.
Number 5, Adele, 37 million.
Mm-hmm.
28.3 from touring, 4.9 million from sales. That's pretty fucking good. Number 4, Drake, 37.3 million. 5.2 million from sales. That's pretty crazy. Number 3, Bruce Springsteen. Still bringing in the dough.
The
Well,
boss.
he also he puts out. I mean, he's got a good live show. And I think he did put out an album last year. So
He might have.
I don't think I've ever heard of a Springsteen show being under 3 hours.
yeah, because he just goes, man.
Yeah. He made 42.4 million total, 40.9 million from touring. So that's pretty awesome. Number 2, this is unsurprising to me. Who do you guys think number 2 is?
Who's big last year?
Ariana Grande.
No.
No.
Who came back last year?
Who came back? Who came back? Is this? Is it JT? No.
I'm assuming Beyonce is probably number 1.
That's what I'm assuming too. That's why I'm
I'm
not
trying to
saying
remember who
Beyonce.
came back last year.
Guns N' Roses.
Ah!
Oh, wow.
Well, when you charge fucking $300 a
Yeah.
ticket, you're gonna make fucking money touring.
$42.3 million, $40.4 million from touring.
Yeah, when you charge people half their teeth to fucking get them in the concert.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And you guys are correct. Number 1 is Beyonce.
Like, who else is it gonna fucking be?
So
Beyonce is like the
Yeah.
biggest thing to ever happen. You know what? She fucking deserves it.
talk about bringing in money, though. She is a full $20 million ahead of Guns N' Roses. $62.1 million, 54.7 from touring.
I'm slightly upset that Guns N' Roses was that high.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
I'd rather have who was number 3? Springsteen.
Yeah.
Springsteen. I'd rather have Springsteen be up there. Springsteen at least is like a hero of the blue collar man.
Yeah.
Axl Rose is just a dick. Allegedly.
No, I mean it's not.
I mean-
it's very well documented how much of a dick he is.
Apparently she did like a full stadium tour behind her new album and everything. The tour in total, she sold 1.2 million tickets, which is
That's just tickets.
crazy.
That's not
tickets.
telling you how
And
many
tickets are probably at least $60
for nosebleeds.
for nosebleeds. So it's like
You can imagine what Pitt cost.
that's probably how much does it say how much actually like money was in the tour, or was it just tickets?
It says here that tour sold 1.2 million tickets and grossed an industry-leading 161 million across 32 North American dates.
Okay, doesn't really say. So I'm assuming though that most of that money then comes from that tour. If they sold that many tickets.
Yeah. And apparently her new album, which, I mean, this is really good in today's music market in terms of selling music, is she sold 2.2 million copies of her new album.
Nice.
That's pretty fucking solid for that. So yeah, Beyonce bringing in the dough. Not surprising. But, you know, I'm looking through this, I'm like, this is just fascinating. It makes me wonder how much, like, popular but not huge bands make. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much does fucking Anthrax make? You know? They probably live fine, you know?
Yeah.
But how much money are they bringing in? And it also shows how, like, we're talking millions here. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But still how...
To us, it's a lot of money.
But kind of how, compared to other industries, how little money is in music. You know? I mean, you look at a fucking movie and it'll make $200 billion in a fucking weekend.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But there's also a lot more people who have to get paid.
And there's a lot more that go into it and all that stuff. But, you know, that stuff's, like, fascinating. But how much money does, like, Testament make? Overkill, Cannibal.
I feel like it's a bit easier. I feel like, because it's a bit easier to get people to go to a movie than it is a concert.
Oh, yeah,
you can just buy the album.
It's cheaper. For sure.
I mean, that's your opinion. That's fine. Like, you know, if you're the whole thing that you don't, I want the best possible performance, so I want to buy the album. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we know a couple people who are like, yeah, I don't really like going to shows because, you know, I don't want to hear it live. I want to hear like this perfect edit of it. I'm like, yeah. I personally like going to live shows. Again, like kind of like earlier, I like going to live shows just for like the same reason why I like, you know, going to conventions, because it's just the atmosphere.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
Atmosphere is just awesome, you know. Yeah, I mean, I thought that stuff was very, very intriguing. I got some other stats, but we'll go over that in another video. Statistics from the music industry fascinates me. Yeah. Just some other interesting things. Not a whole lot. No. Just a few new albums.
I swear, I'm not drinking too much because I yawned and I drooled a little bit.
Nice.
I swear, this is the only thing I've had, and it's not even halfway through my beer.
Yeah.
I'm almost finished, though.
Just 3 albums to talk about, but to me, they're 3 of my most anticipated for the rest of the year. 1, the Black Dahlia Murder's going to put out Nightbringers October 6th. They played the title track at Summer Slaughter last night, and it was fucking phenomenal. That show felt, which I'm going to review it too, but that show felt kind of special for the Black Dahlia Murder because they played their most popular album, Nocturnal, in its entirety for the 10-year anniversary. Some of those songs they never played live, so that was the first day of the tour. So it was like the first time anybody heard some of those songs. First time anybody ever heard a song from their new album. It's a pretty cool fucking show. August Burns Red's going to put out Phantom Anthem October 6th. So that'll be interesting. And then Nabla the Scars is going to put out Earn October 27th. Very excited.
Some cool shit coming out.
It's going to be a pretty fucking cool second half still. There's been a lot of good shit already.
What the fuck was that?
Alright. New music.
I'm just gonna make
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck
out of my face.
Brex Brown. Let's smoke on this.
Stoner.
Hard rock.
Hard rock.
Yeah.
Wow.
Basis of Pantera.
I was gonna say. That's. Why does that name sound familiar?
Byzantine with the cicada tree.
Progressive.
Gothic.
Groove. Alice Cooper with Paranormal.
Right. Shock rock.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper's still cranking out fucking albums, man.
Got Johnny Depp playing with him?
Maybe.
Is that Hollywood Undead? Is that who I'm thinking?
Well, no. What do you mean? Hollywood Roses.
Oh, Hollywood.
No,
Hollywood
not
Vampires.
Hollywood Roses. Hollywood Vampires. Yeah. Hollywood Roses. That's fucking one half of Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
It's L.A. Guns and Hollywood Roses.
Yeah.
The band that didn't go anywhere, even though L.A. Guns didn't really go anywhere either. But at least most people know 1 or 2 L.A. Guns songs. Yeah, they actually did stuff sometimes.
L.A. Guns is one of those like 80s bands too that like they all got in a fight and then split into 2 bands of the same exact fucking thing, which is stupid. That happened with them. It happened with Queensryche. It happened with
Queensryche.
There's another band that it happened to too. Yeah,
Queensryche. That whole situation is funny, which I guess they finally got squared away over who is Queensryche.
Yeah,
and who is not Queensryche?
And apparently the new fucking singer for Queensryche is fucking great. So, Make Them Suffer with Worlds Apart.
Metalcore.
Deathcore.
Yeah, symphonic deathcore.
Ooh.
Prong.
You get to get fucking synthesizers behind your breakdown.
Yeah, why not? Prong with 0 Days.
Fuck, what is Prong?
It says here thrash. I think they're a variety of stuff. So,
and again, I only really know the One Prong song.
Yeah.
I've never actually dove into them. I should maybe do that sometime. But that song's just.
I played that song for the workout that they did last night at karate. I'm just like, I'm gonna go play this song.
That drum beat.
It went. The night got progressively weirder because I started off. I think I played the Stone Sour song number 3.
Okay.
I played Face to the Floor by Chevelle. I played another newer song, and then I played Unholy Confessions by Avenged Sevenfold. It went downhill. And then
it sounds like it really went downhill.
and then I played that.
Please tell me you went into Super Collider next.
Nah, I'll save that for next time. I started off playing songs that people will recognize, and I just go.
There you go. How about you play something from the new Rings of Saturn album?
Oh, fuck right.
With Alta Alla.
Fucking Alien Core. Fucking Alien Core.
Yeah. It's technical deathcore, I guess that's a way to put it too, but yeah, Alien Core.
Rings of Saturn's an interesting band.
They are.
Because, like, I can kind of listen to them, but then sometimes it's like, what the fuck?
Okay. Exactly. But sometimes they are so unbelievably good and so fucking heavy that it's like, this is so good. I just can't deny it.
Like I'm not usually into those kind of bands, but I'm like, this is pretty good. And then I listen to a couple other songs. I'm like,
they were very
atrocious,
very fucking heavy.
Not atrocious. I'm just like, oh, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all crazy shit. Abhorrent Decimation with the Paradonor.
Death.
Yeah. That name's just a giveaway, man. Death.
Abhorrent, I almost wanted to say black.
That's what I was trying to debate. I was like, do I go
like,
black
that's death? Because they went with Decimation. Like, that's death.
Afterbirth with the Time Traveler's Dilemma.
Hard, no.
Progressive.
Brutal death metal. Bullet for My Valentine. Live from Brixton, Chapter 2.
Fucking metalcore.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still do. I had the first Live at Brixton they did, which was them actually, the only stuff they played was off of The Poison.
Which, because I think that
was like 2006.
It was right after that album, so it's not like they had much else to play.
Yeah. Rage with Seasons of the Black.
That's Prophets of Rage.
I know. That's Rage. It's a hardcore.
Speed metal.
Oh. Okay.
And last one, Shaman's Harvest with Red Hands, Black Deeds.
Is that hard rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had nothing to go off of there.
I pulled that out of my ass. I'm like, it doesn't sound like any hard rock. There you go.
Yeah. There you go.
Cool stuff.
Yes.
Comic-Con.
Fun stuff indeed.
No more Comic-Con news, at least until October?
New York.
Whenever New York happens.
Yeah.
It's either October or November. One of the two.
Yeah. Anyway, that's your week. Broken down.
See ya.